Okay, so when Neville Goddard talks about denial of the 3D, whenever you have an SP who is not choosing you right now in your reality, but internally, as all the coaches say, you have to deny it and you have to decide that you are with your SP right now. Well, I know a lot of you guys hear that, all right, and it just sounds like BS, right? Like, how do you handle that, right? Well, one of the things that Neville Goddard talks about, which I really love, is where he talks about capturing the mood, okay? And really what it is exactly what it sounds like, ladies and gentlemen. It's literally, you think of the mood that you would have if you had your SP, right? Now, the thing where a lot of people get tripped up is where they think that, okay, if I was with my SP, it would be this amazing thing. And I mean, sure, right? I mean, a lot of you guys deserve great relationships, but the most powerful techniques, guys, all right, and I'm just being straight up honest with y'all, the most powerful techniques are the ones where they make you extremely chilled out about the whole idea of your SP, bro. Like, I'm telling you, just chilled out, right? And that to me is the feeling and the mood that you really want to look for. Is, yeah, sure, you could try to think of what it would feel like to be walking down the aisle, what it would feel like for them to text you, but remember, whatever you focus on, that's what you will get. You can get the wedding, but they could divorce you. All right, I know you're just like, bro, what? But dude, I'm telling you, this is the way that this shit works, bro. You can get a text message, but they can ghost you. So why not go to your end and think about what it would be like to already be in a relationship with them for years, a successful one, rightfully. But again, guys, when you have a successful job, you guys are not going to sit here and tell me you guys are just constantly just telling myself, I have a successful job, I have a successful job, I am so having a great time right now. No, you're not. So this is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, that when you are going to capture the mood, you want to look for the most chill vibe. Okay, so you're probably thinking, okay, bro, so tell me, how do we do it? All right, well, close your eyes, all right? I mean, if you guys want, like, you asked me, close your eyes right now, okay? And I want you to simply think of the last time that you lost your wallet or your AirPods, right? And if some of you guys don't have wallets or AirPods, well then, what the fuck, you broke-ass bitch. The last time that you lost a pencil, I don't know, okay? But the last time that you felt relief over finding something or experiencing something, and it doesn't have to be major. That's the whole point, right? And by the way, just so you know, no offense to broke-ass bitches. When you work with me, you're not gonna be broke-ass again, okay? So sorry, but remind yourself of that time where you felt that relief, and try to pinpoint where in your body you felt it, right? Some of you guys might feel like the tingling sensation on the back of your neck or an actual sigh of relief. For me, I noticed that my breathing feels like if, it just cleaned all the sinuses out, right? But whatever it is, you know what that is, okay? It's the same way that when you think of like a traumatic memory, you're going to remember kind of what it felt like. When I took my crazy shroom trip last year, I'll never forget. I mean, my heart was pumping, I mean, I literally had a keg of blood that was pumping per minute. It was crazy, right? And when you pinpoint that bodily sensation, okay, you can literally like memorize it, copy and paste it, and use it for whenever you're imagining about your SP, right? Even if you're working with your SP, right? If you have to see them all the time and they're like totally in their own little world, and the indifference that they're showing you, bro, is just reminding you just how much this manifestation shit is not working for you. Okay, well, instead of using that version of them that you're seeing in the 3D as the definitive answer, look internally and remember that feeling of relief that you copied and pasted, and what do you say? Connect them, right? Classify them now under that, assign them that feeling from here on out. So in other words, whenever you see a version of them in the 3D that you don't like, where they're being indifferent, or maybe when they're just friend zoning you or whatever, they're rejecting you, don't let that be the definitive version of them. Let the version of them inside your head where you copied and pasted that feeling of relief, where you found your AirPods. And I'm telling you, if you stay remembering that over and over and over again, going back to your head, that's the real them, that's the real them, that's the real them, your reality has no other choice but to give that to you. Okay? Because that version of them that you see that is not choosing you, you created that. Right? I know you're probably gonna say, oh my gosh, dude, that's all the coaches say that, like, how the fuck? But really think about it, man. Like think about it for a second. Like, all the things in your life you probably thought of once before they actually happened. I mean, I've never met a person who never thought negative, ever, right? So that's why everybody has problems in their life, is because they have thought negative shit all the time. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard of a breakup where a person did not think or have any sort of doubts about that relationship, right? I'd never heard of any boxer who lost a fight who was 100% confident, right? You know, so we manifest these things. Now, again, you don't have to actually have a thought to manifest something to come true. Sometimes the circumstances that you see in your life are a reflection of just who you are being, right? If you see yourself as a lazy person, you might not have to think that you're going to lose your job, but you can still lose it because you see yourself as lazy, you start acting as lazy, and lazy people don't do their job well, and therefore those people who don't do the job well, you have that assumption, I'm pretty sure, that people who don't do their job well get fired, right? So it's really your assumptions that manifest. So if you have a bad version of you that you are aware of, where I'm aware of the guy who every single time I'm around my SP, I feel rejected. Well, then guess what? You're admitting that you're getting rejected, so you're going to get more of that. And then 2, you are admitting that you're a guy who's just constantly looking at your SP for assurance. And that's not a person who's going to manifest their SP, right? So guys, it just goes all around. But I'm telling you, copy and paste that feeling of relief when you found your AirPods or your wallet, or, oh my God, I found my earrings. And literally that's the same relief that you're gonna feel whenever you don't have to worry about getting a text message from your SP, or worry about if they love you or not. And I know you're probably gonna say too, because you're probably gonna look back at the video and say, well, but didn't you say that I wouldn't be thinking about how relieving it is all the time to have my SP, and that I wouldn't be so excited? What I mean by relief is like bodily sensation relief. I'm not talking about the thought like, oh, I am so relieved that I have my SP. I mean actual like relief in your body, right? Because you might not realize this right now, but your body could be so tense. Like, I remember I spent my whole like the first 20 years of my life, just my posture was out of whack. I mean, I was like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know, my neck was just always out like this. And I realized that my breathing was being affected by it, but I didn't know. I thought that was normal. And when I started being more into my God state, I was, and we can talk about God state another time, okay? But long story short, when I became a better version of myself, guys, everything just slowly relaxed. And the first couple of months I noticed it right away, but now it just feels like normal, right? But right now your body doesn't feel like normal. So the whole idea of you doing this catching the mood feeling where you remember your AirPods and all that shit is not to manifest it, but it's to give you the bodily sensation right now. So in other words, it's like me giving you antibiotics, me giving you some sort of relief, so you can basically almost feel like you're there right now. Okay? So if you guys want to go more in depth, more advanced, and you have a situation that you really need my help with, the links are in the description. I would love to work with you. And join the channel membership. You get access to videos on my channel that are a month in advance, and you have discounts to all my services. Links are down below, guys. I love you.